one of the best days of his life because up until then, he didn't have any kids. But then 2 weeks ago, Heather shocked Jeff when she confessed to him that she had cheated on him.
You know how it's always a man's fault? Like, say if anything is any wrongdoing in a relationship, it's always a man's fault, right? One of them cheats, it's always a man, even though it's not always, but, you know, men get blamed for everything, right? But there's some men out there that are just simps, or wimps, or too soft, no backbone, things like that, right? Now I'm going to explain what I mean. I've watched talk shows, right? Like Jeremy Kyle. Yes, and I did have a job, right? Anyone can watch Jeremy Kyle. But anyway, I used to watch Jeremy Kyle and Maury Povich Show and Trisha Goddard and those shows like that. And whenever a woman cheated on their man, usually the man always forgives the woman, even if she gets pregnant and the baby's not his. The guy forgives the woman.
In the case of 4-month-old Aubrey, Jeff, you are not...
It's okay. I told you I'll be back home regardless of what happens. I love all three of them.
Nearly all the time. Nearly all the time. Whereas when a man cheats on a woman, the woman does not forgive usually. Sometimes she does, but most of the time, men are more likely to forgive the woman for cheating than the way around. The reason for that is women have options and men usually don't. That's what it is. Men are so comfortable because they think they've got it made, you know. They're getting regular sex, they've got a regular partner there to hold a hand, you know. And that's what most men are bothered about. That's all they're bothered about, is just having somebody there. So they're not sexless for too long, or someone's holding their hand, they've got a trophy, you know. How a lot of men view women, as trophies. Women don't view men in the same way. They just don't.
Way y'all act, y'all must think I'm the maid. Hell no, it ain't it. It ain't it till I say it's it, damn it. Boy, don't get smart with me, cause I'll knock your ass in the middle of next week. Put that little fuck on my porch.
They know they can drop your ass at any time and get another man. Whereas men don't have that same confidence. Yeah, men know they can get a one-night stand here and there. When it comes to somebody to love them, no, they know that's going to be hard. Very hard for them to get. Especially if she's attractive and she knows she can turn heads, you know. Men breaking their neck just to look at her. And he knows that. Yeah, any man with an attractive girl knows that other men will look at her wanting a piece of her. See, men get insecure. Men get really insecure. All a woman has to do is post a selfie on social media. A guy comments and he's all up in his feelings over it.
Stay away from my wife, okay? She's just too nice to tell you herself. So I'm telling you. Capiche?
Because other men are commenting, saying this, might not be saying anything bad, but any slight compliment, you know, even so much as a like, he's got feelings like, hang on a minute, you like my girlfriend's picture. Insecure, that's what it is, insecure. And this happens. And going back to the cheating thing, now, if these women do cheat, and the man finds out, he will forgive her, he will. Men are wimps like that. They are, the wimps, simps, or whatever you want to call it.
Responsibilities to that action!
Men are not strong like that, you know. Men are weak for women, they are. Women are not weak for men. Men are weak for women. This is why they forgive more. I've seen it. And there's men out there with girlfriends who can probably do better than them. And these men just want to hunt for different women. I've seen it with my own eyes, yeah. I know people personally, right? And then I ask these guys, well, what if your girlfriend's cheating on you? And each and every time I ask these guys this question, they go, nah, she'll never do that to me. Hang on a minute, you're doing it to her, or you definitely want to initiate that, right, with another woman, but yet you think your girlfriend's not doing it to you. How do you know? How do you know? It takes a second for a woman to get a man into bed.
No, Bobby, don't.
It doesn't take much at all. So how the fuck do you know that your girlfriend isn't doing the dirty on you when it's easier for her to get it than you? See, this is the thing about men. And then when, or if they do ever find out that she has cheated, he will forgive her because he's in shock and he can't believe it, and he hasn't even contemplated life without her, right? That's why men forgive and forgive and forgive. I know there's boys, men out there that will take on another man's kid whilst she's pregnant. There's guys that do that. Unbelievable, but guys do it. There's women out there that get pregnant for another man, and men know this, and they'll just turn a blind eye to it. They might not even do a DNA test, knowing damn well that kid might not be his. Men do this. Men raise other men's kids and pay money for that kid. And if they've got biological kids of their own, any money that goes to the kid that's not his is money that's not going to his kid. So this just shows you how much of a wimp men are. They are wimps, usually. Not every single man, but usually. Well, I don't say the word usually, but a lot of cases, men are wimps. Simps. No backbone. And women know this. They do. That's why women play the arse with men. They treat men as just like a game, basically. I mean, men do that to women as well. Men cheat you. Yeah, I know that. But usually it's high value men that cheat, yeah? Lower value men, usually, they stay at home like a fucking wife. You know, is that attractive, really? It is to some women, it is. Because they know, like I said before, they can have full control. They know this. And there's also a lot of men, especially black men, that I know, and that I've seen, that are with women, they can do a lot better than. I'm talking about dark-skinned black men, yeah? I've seen dark-skinned black men, not just British-born ones, even ones from Africa, ones from, obviously, different parts of Africa, different parts of the Caribbean, to come to this country, and then they get with a woman below their standards. Why do they do this? Why? Because they have very, very limited offers. That's why. And unfortunately, these guys take whatever's on offer because they've got no confidence to get anybody else. It's weird, but unfortunately, that's how it is. Yeah. Some men do not value themselves. They just don't. They don't see the potential in themselves. Why? It's just the way it is. And then these women below their standard will take charge and boss the relationship, and in a bad way, which is even more astonishing, to be honest with you. But this is men all over. Wimps. The amount of times I've seen on the Maury show, men go on there, doing a DNA test because they don't know if they're the father or not. In some cases, women say you definitely are the father, when they know damn well they're not. Or they might not be. Turns out the results come in, they're not the father. He shouts and he yells and...
In the case of 1-year-old Shadalia, Terrence, you are not...
I can't do that. Stop playing with me.
Then starts hugging and saying, I'm going to be there for the kid, even though it's not mine. Men do this. I've seen this countless times.
He's denying the baby. So
In the case of 11-month-old Lila, Drew, You are not. Had to help you.
Fucking wimps. It's ridiculous. Grow a fucking backbone.
And the results for that DNA test is, OJ, you are not the father.
You are not. Jeff, you are not.